Mikko Kauppinen, ecosystem leader in Health Innovation Village, a GE ecosystem in Helsinki. How has the event been for you, Mikko?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think it's much better than last year, I have to say. I mean, this is the right place for it. When we talk about health technology, being here in the hospital campus area and having the connection to really the largest hospital group in Finland, that's the optimal place to be, to connect all the players and having more emphasis on really health technology. It's been I think fantastic, and I think there's been great presentations. There's tons of startups here, a lot of noise as you can hear, so loving it.
Great. What categories are you especially interested in looking as an ecosystem player, as a representing a big company?
GE Healthcare overall in Finland is focused on patient monitoring systems. So we want to expand that with our ecosystem. So therefore, our ecosystem centers around digital health. That's really the key for us. It's about sensor technologies. It's about low battery consuming electronics. It's about algorithms. It's about big data. It's about industrial internet, of course, machine-to-machine connections, data analytics. That type of themes and technologies are the ones we're interested in.
Right, and obviously those are the ones that are impacting most the healthcare, what we are seeing today.
Well, I think there's many different aspects of healthcare that are making an impact, but I would say that this is an area of healthcare that is the prime spot and maybe the first area of disruption. So if you look at health technology, it's been very much sort of like the bigger players and then smaller players, but always like smaller players being consumed into the bigger players. So we haven't seen really in health technology much of disruption that you've seen in, Ubers of the world or Airbnb. We haven't seen that really, but we think that in our area, this could be a reality. And instead of just waiting and protecting our market share and our position, we're just trying to actually create the disruption around ourselves and inside our business. So that's where we're heavily invested in being an ecosystem player and really playing with the startups and seeing what we can invent together.
Very cool. You are meeting a lot of entrepreneurs, sharing their ideas and new innovations. What do you think is the biggest challenge they have when they are entering this challenging healthcare market?
I think one is access to the real healthcare service providers. So in order for them to have an idea and test the waters with the idea, so getting even feedback. I'm not even talking about piloting the product, I'm not talking about clinical trials, I'm talking getting the access and getting feedback from clinicians, researchers and all that. So that's the first hurdle. The second one comes into when they want to really pilot. Maybe get a little bit money from the pilot. So that's a second hurdle that clearly we have. And the third big component, of course, in Finland is funding. Funding ecosystem in Finland has been dominated by public funding. So TEKES driven, very sort of like, different grants type of things. And we don't have very wide venture capital ecosystem here. So those are the three things that if I want to have, to see that we have made great improvements in the next 3 years, is that we fix better access to all these clinicians and researchers that we have around us. Secondly, places to pilot the products and validate the assumptions on it. And thirdly, to have early seed or venture investors into the startups that we have.
Sounds great. Finally, Mikko, if somebody now gets the inspiration to start their own health tech company, what is your number one advice? Okay,
so I mentioned the number one challenge that they have. That would be my number one advice to do. So unfortunately it's difficult, but what I would do is, rather than trying to fix on your own in a lab a solution that customers might buy, and spending a lot of time and a lot of effort and maybe even money doing that, rather than doing that, go much earlier, even before, and just ask the customers what problems do you have and what do you want me to solve for you. And so I know it's hard to do, and it seems, but we need to do that much more in Finland. We need to be earlier at the customer to ask what do they want.
Excellent advice. Thank you very much, Mikko. Have a nice day.
Thank you.